ever feel like you're the only one who actually sees through the BS? Like everybody's playing some game, wearing masks, chasing approval, trying so damn hard to belong that they forget who they really are. Yeah, I saw through that real early. Let me tell you a secret most people can't handle. This world isn't built for the strong. It's built to keep them quiet. You're told to follow rules. Stay in line. Be nice. Be polite. Don't question authority. Nah. The system doesn't want you to be smart. It wants you to be predictable, controllable. You keep playing their game, you'll never win. But me? I learned to see the board for what it is. And then I flipped the whole damn thing over. You want to be like me? Then stop playing fair. Look, the truth is, people are easy to control. Feed them what they want to hear, make them feel seen. But behind the scenes, you're 10 moves ahead. Always. I never cared about being liked. I cared about being right. I cared about winning. The second you stop craving approval, you become untouchable. Want to know what really makes you dangerous? Silence. Discipline. Precision. Not loud words, not cheap clout. People think power comes from being feared. Nah. Real power comes from being underestimated. Because when they don't see you coming, you're already inside their head. You want to be like me? Here's what you need to understand. People follow strength, not loud strength, silent strength. When you don't react, when you don't beg, when you just watch and calculate, you start to look different, like someone they can't figure out. That makes them curious. And curiosity always leads to control. Never play your hand first. People who show too much too soon, weak, predictable. Me? I wait, I study, I build my strategy. By the time you think I'm playing, I already won. Master your image. Most people are slaves to emotions. Anger, jealousy, insecurity. They let it control their decisions, their friendships, even their future. But me? I keep my emotions like weapons in a vault, only used when necessary, never exposed. People say that makes me cold. Good. I'm not here to be warm. I'm here to win. I know what you're thinking. But what if people hate me? What if they don't understand? Let them. You know what happens when people hate what they don't understand? They fear it. And fear turns into respect. Eventually, they stop questioning you, and they just obey. Because deep down, everyone's looking for someone who has it all figured out. Be that person. And hey, if you're still here, you're not like the rest. You're hungry. You're dangerous. You're ready. So don't waste this. Don't go back to pretending. Be cold. Be sharp. Be untouchable. And if you're serious, remember, the world is full of lies. Be the truth they're too scared to face. They say knowledge is power, but that's only half the truth. Controlled knowledge is power. Knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet. Knowing what to reveal and what to hold back. You ever met someone who talks too much? Yeah. Weak. Because once people know everything about you, they own you. Me? I give them just enough to make them think they figured me out. And by the time they realize they didn't, I'm already 5 moves ahead. You want to be like me? You better learn the art of silence. Let me break it down. Never react first. When they insult you, stay still. When they try to trigger you, smile. Why? Because the one who reacts first always loses control. Study patterns. Most people, predictable as clockwork. They'll tell you everything without realizing it. Their habits, weak points, insecurities. It's all there, if you're patient enough to look. Become the mirror. Act how they act. Talk how they talk. Reflect them until they drop their guard. People trust those who seem like them. Then when they finally open up, you don't even need to manipulate. They'll hand you the power themselves. Because here's the truth. Every room you walk into is a chessboard. And if you ain't thinking 10 moves ahead, you're the pawn. I've walked into rooms where everybody doubted me. looked average, talked soft, said little, but what they didn't know, I was the one holding all the strings. Why? Because I listened, I waited, I learned, and when the moment was right, I pulled the trigger without hesitation, emotionless, precise, surgical. That's what makes you powerful. You ever notice how the loudest guy in the room usually has the least power? People who really got control don't flex it. They just have it. They walk different. They don't explain themselves. They move with intent. That's how I carry myself. I don't chase people, I don't beg for attention. And I sure as hell don't argue with fools. Why would I? That's energy wasted on people already beneath me. You want to be like me? Then cut off the noise. Forget the clout. Forget the validation. Forget trying to prove yourself to people who ain't worth your time. Instead, build in silence. Watch in silence. Move in silence. And when the time comes, let your results slap louder than any words could. But hey, if you're still here, that tells me one thing. You're not normal. You feel that fire in your chest. That cold, quiet voice that says, I was made for more. So do something with it. Stop blending in. Stop softening yourself to make others feel comfortable. Because this ain't motivation. This is instruction. Let the world sleep. We'll be planning. You know what most people mess up? They let the world define their worth. Someone says, you're not good enough, and they believe it. Someone ignores them, they question themselves. Nah, that's not how I operate. My value? It's not up for discussion. It's not based on who stayed, who left, or who clapped for me. I don't move based on validation. I move based on conviction. Because deep down, I know what I bring to the table. And if someone can't see it, then they don't deserve a seat. Let me tell you something cold, but true. You train people how to treat you. Every time you let something slide, every time you shrink to make others feel tall, you're teaching them that you're optional. Replaceable. Forgettable. Nah. I walk different because I carry standards, not because I think I'm better, but because I know my worth. Look around. This world respects power, not noise, not softness. Power. And power comes from discipline. Discipline in how you speak. Discipline in who you give your energy to. Let's talk about access. You think I answer every text? Every DM, every fake, hey, just checking on you message? Please. Access to me is earned. You show me loyalty, you get loyalty. You show me consistency, I give you time. But if you bring confusion, games, or half effort, you get locked out. Simple. Let the rest stay noisy. We stay dangerous. In silence.